Today I'm going to be working on making some marshmallows to give out to our neighbors and friends as Christmas gifts. In a measuring cup, I'm going to add half a cup of cold water and 2.5 tablespoons of beef gelatin. You can use any gelatin that you have, but I just chose beef gelatin. Stir the gelatin into the water and then just set it aside, and it's okay if you have clumps, it will dissolve as it sets. But if you want the recipe to this, it is going to be linked down below, and you can get the free printable on my blog. Next, to a pot, you're going to add 2 cups of white sugar. I'm using cane sugar, either is fine. I was worried about the cane sugar turning my marshmallows brown, but it didn't. So if you use cane sugar like I do, then it will work perfectly. And then you're going to add 3/4 cups of hot water and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and just mix that together. Over a low to medium heat, start to warm up the mixture, and you're going to want to stir it occasionally just to keep it from sticking in the bottom. And then once it begins to boil, then you're going to use your candy thermometer or any kind of meat thermometer to just make sure that it reaches 240 degrees. Here you can see that the mixture is starting to boil, and it looks like it's going to scorch, but I promise it's not. Just make sure that it gets up to 240 degrees. That is the golden number. Next, you're going to pour it into a mixing bowl, and you want the mixture to still be hot. So if you have a glass bowl, do not put it in a glass bowl because it will shock the bowl and can cause it to bust. So that's why I'm using my stainless steel KitchenAid bowl. And you don't have to have a stand mixer to do this. You can have just a hand mixer, but it will just take a little bit longer. But you're going to dump your gelatin in to the hot mixture, and just make sure you don't splash it on yourself because it will burn. With the whisk attachment on your stand mixer, you're going to mix on low for 1 minute, and that's just to help kind of cool the mixture down. It's too hot at this point, and you don't want it to slosh everywhere, and especially if it gets on you, it will burn your skin. After you've mixed on low for 1 minute, then you're going to turn your speed up to 6, and you're going to do that for 1 minute, and then turn up the speed to 8 for 1 minute, and then you're going to mix on high for 3 minutes. And once you mix on high for 3 minutes, you should start to get stiff peaks, and it should look like marshmallow fluff at this point. So you're going to turn your mixer off and add in your vanilla. I used 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and you're going to mix with the mixer on low for probably about 20 to 30 seconds just to get the vanillas to start to mix in. And then you're going to turn it back on 10 or high, whichever is on your mixer, and you're going to do that for 1 minute. I forgot to mention earlier that in a 9x13 dish, you're going to want to spread some butter in the bottom of it, and then generously sprinkle powdered sugar in the bottom of it. And this is just to help prevent sticking so that you can easily remove the marshmallows once you cut them. But just pour your mixture into your 9x13 dish, and you're going to let it sit. But before you do, sprinkle with powdered sugar and then cover it. And I made these the day before, so you're going to want to let them sit at least a few hours, if not overnight, just so that they can stiffen up. We're going to be giving these to our friends and neighbors for Christmas, and we're going to be also pairing it with a homemade cocoa mixture packet so that they can make their own hot cocoa at home. This is the next day, so I made the marshmallows the day before so that they could have time to set up. And then today I planned on making chocolate chip cookies, and I wanted to make some sugar cookies also, but my baking day ended up getting cut short, so I actually only ended up making chocolate chip cookies on this day just because they are so easy to make and they go a long way. So with a double batch, I was able to make about 75 cookies, and that was a perfect number so that we had plenty to pass out to all of our neighbors that live around us. Something that I started doing whenever we first moved here to the farmhouse was I started using a lot of lard. So in all of my recipes, in place of vegetable oil or Crisco or any other type of like shortening, I'll usually substitute out for lard, and it has truly changed the game. I don't know what it is, but we love the taste of lard, especially in our baked goods like chocolate chip cookies. I'm not sure I'll be able to get the recipe up for these chocolate chip cookies before Christmas, so if you want to make these, I will try and type out the recipe in the description, but it is super simple. All it is half a cup of vegetable oil or lard. We prefer lard, like I said, and it does need to be melted. And then 1.5 cups of sugar, half a cup of butter softened, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2¼ cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and then chocolate chips. I use usually about 2.5 cups of chocolate chips, but you can totally substitute or add or take away any ingredients that you want. That's why I love these cookies so much. The cookies bake at 350 for 10 minutes. I like mine a little gooey, so I like 10 minutes, but if you want them a little more done, then you can bake them longer. For the past 2 years, we haven't had a kitchen since we've lived here at the farm, so we have always had to just go to Kroger or Walmart and buy cookies from their bakery, and we always try and put them in the metal tin cans from the dollar store that you can get that say Merry Christmas or just are seasonal, and we have given those out to our neighbors in previous years, but it feels so weird to be able to do all the baking like in our kitchen now. I had previously planned on making a lot more desserts. I wanted to make sugar cookies today, and then also I wanted to make cinnamon rolls as well as blackberry hand pies, but I ended up getting a phone call from my mom, and my brother was going to be having his baby and they were already headed down there, so I cut the day short on baking so that I could go be with them and spend time down there. But I still want to get those recipes made, so it may be in next week's video, and if it's not in that video, then I promise I will get those recipes up for you guys some other time. And sometimes I don't even put all my recipes in my YouTube videos. Sometimes they just go straight up on the blog, so if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to the blog and check the blog every week, because I do try and put up a recipe or just a DIY over on the blog. I plan on having a video up next week. I'm not sure what that video will be yet, but it won't be renovation video just because we are trying to get all of our schedules and dates lined up for after the new year, because as of right now, I think we are going to be able to borrow a drywall lift, so that'll make hanging the drywall in our dining room so much easier. And then we are also trying to get our floor sander scheduled, and we are hoping to have the wallpaper hung by the end of January. So we're trying to move things along, and we will have to prime the walls before we hang the wallpaper. So that'll take some time, and then the floors take a full week to cure. But just in case I do not get a video up next week, I want to go ahead and say that I appreciate all of you guys watching my YouTube videos and following along with us as we renovate our farmhouse. But I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, as well as a safe and a healthy holiday, because I know so many of you guys were sick the same time I was, but we are feeling much better now, and we are going to get to celebrate with our families, and I hope each of you guys get to spend time with your families this holiday. These are the 10 containers that we try and buy every year. Of course, we buy new ones every year, but we get them at the dollar store, and these large ones are only $3, and then the smaller ones, they're $1. But there's always a size that works perfect for all of our neighbors, because one of our neighbors, they have 15 people, they have 13 kids and 2 adults, and then some of our neighbors, it's just a husband and wife or just a couple kids. So we try and buy all different size containers so that we can make sure everybody gets some. During the holidays, it seems like all I do is bake, but I truly enjoy it, and I love getting to give the simple gift of just a home-baked good. It just seems like people appreciate it so much more than a gift that you can buy at the store or just a gift card or anything like that. They seem to just appreciate something that was home-cooked. What are your guys' favorite desserts that you guys pass out during Christmas? Because I know a lot of people share baked goods during Christmas and just the holiday season. So my go-to recipe is always chocolate chip cookies. It just seems like it's so easy and versatile, and almost everybody likes that. And you also don't have to worry about allergies, like the nut allergies, if making chocolate chip cookies. But what are your guys' favorite Christmas recipes to make and to pass out to others? Also, I always wonder who hosts the dinner and who attends the dinner. In my family, my mom always is the host, and she has all of us kids. And the same with Ben's family. We always go to his mama's. But who hosted a dinner in your family? Are you the host or do you attend? I hope in this new year that we can get a lot more progress done on the house. I hope that we can see to get our dining room done, our pantry, as well as our foyer done. That is our goal, and I'm hoping we can get it done this coming year. When we first bought the house and the farm, we truly could not even imagine the amount of work that would need to go into the farm and the house. But we are slowly learning that it is going to take a lot longer than we anticipated. But that is okay because we have a lot going on with the farm, raising the animals, as well as just trying to keep all of you guys up to date on the blog and on Instagram and YouTube. But we enjoy getting to share our journey with you guys. It truly feels like you guys are family. We get opinions from you guys, and you guys share a lot about your guys' lives with us, and we truly enjoy that. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching with us. But that is going to be it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys will like and subscribe.